Hello everybody, and welcome to LEGO Island 2, where the load times are longer than the game itself. Or maybe this is Rock Raiders.
Is it? I'm not sure. I think it's the game of Credits or Quid Game.
I thought you were about to say something about the Game of Thrones, and I'm going to slap you for it.
Oh, I mean, I am a fan, but I'm not going to insert that because, I mean, we're a better show that doesn't have to insert pop culture references to do well, right?
Well, what were you saying, 7 episodes ago about Dogecoins?
Hey, I'm Zatth!
And we're playing LEGO Rock Raiders.
How are you, audience? Feel free to answer. Good, that's great to hear. Isn't it great to hear, Takuma?
Maybe.
Yes.
I mean, when you think about it, we're not going to get the answer for, let's see, this is episode 8, and we just released episode 1 today, and then so this is going to be like 3.5 weeks down the line?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they even invented time travel, and they're just traveling through time and watching their video on their iPhone or Android. I don't discriminate against phones while they're traveling in their time machine.
But then... Never mind. I'm not going to try to wrap my head around it. Too many things go wrong when I think about time travel.
You know when I had that problem last time?
Watching the X-Men movie?
Exactly. Hey, pop culture reference. Let's play the game.
Alright, today's episode, another one focused around the oxygen mechanic, Breathless.
Yeah, well, I would say that this game is amazing, but I'm saving my breath for something more valuable. I try. Listen, it's late at night.
Zatth, you are a waste of air.
I see what you did there.
H2O? Wait a minute, H2O is water.
Yeah.
I was going to say H2O snap, and I was going to make a joke. Then I realized, chemistry, how do?
That's true. It would have been like H2O. Wait, I screwed that joke.
Oh, we can save that for one of the later episodes. What is it? Water everywhere, I believe.
But if we already used that joke, what are we going to do about other puns?
Yeah, but that's like...
Do you get that? See, I'm bad, but I'm good bad. Kind of like all of those terrible low-budget movies. Speaking of which, when was the last time that you saw or read or did something that was so bad it was good?
Are you ready for some more action?
Pretty sure that's what we're doing right now.
Has caused several caving. Our scanners
well, I think you're referring to our commentary, right? Because this game is just so good, it's good.
Oh yeah, the game is fine. Us, it's
quickly build up our Rock Raider
That's
HQ
true.
and prepare our search
That's a very good
party to
point.
find and rescue
So what are we
the
doing in this
trapped
mission
men.
today?
So,
unlike
the last one that was focused on oxygen, all we had to do was build a support station, woo-woo tutorial mission, so that we didn't run out of air. Now, the idea is there are 3 Rock Raiders who got trapped in a cavern, and I wasn't really paying attention to the chief, but okay, yeah. The teleporter's not working properly, so we can't just teleport out to the lost Rock Raiders. We have to go find them before they run out of air.
So what you're basically telling me is that this is the movie Gravity if it had happened on a planet, and instead of Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, it was 3 minifigures.
I never saw Gravity, but I'm going to say yes!
Awesome! Let's do it! Do you know where I saw the movie Gravity?
Solid rock.
In space?
Almost there. I saw it on a plane ride in the middle of the night when all the lights were turned off. I finished reading about 3 hours worth of Lord of the Rings, so my brain was already fried, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch a movie. And then I watched Gravity, which is not a good idea when you're in a plane.
I imagine so.
Yeah, I was scared. Not gonna lie.
I don't like flying on planes much as is, but I'm going to make it to Brick Fair.
Yay! And we will be very happy to see you there, and we will have a lot of fun times that the audience can find out about after whoever it is that writes the follow-up on Brick Fair writes the follow-up, or if they can come to visit, which is also great.
Indeed.
Indubitably! Wait, what if this video is being watched by somebody after this year's Brick Fair, and then, something amazing happens during that Brick Fair, I don't know, Galador comes back, and then they're watching the video, and they're like, whoa, that was the Brick Fair that, like, Lego announced the Galador is coming back. Why don't they announce it? And they're like, oh, that's right, they were speaking in the past.
An energy crystal has been found.
You know, by the time you finished that, I forgot what the point of it was, so...
Yeah, me too.
Go, yes.
I just remember something about Galador and planes. Something also about Isaac Newton and apples. I don't know.
An energy
Science
crystal has been
jokes.
found.
I feel like we're trying too hard now.
I feel like maybe we're not trying. That's
An
the
energy
problem.
crystal has been found.
No, you know what the real problem is? You and I are not trying hard enough. I mean, can you see them down there? They're not even shoveling the dirt correctly.
That's what I'm saying. Some of them are just standing around. Well, actually, not at the moment anymore. Who's this?
Rock Raider.
Morito!
What's he doing? Running, apparently.
Well,
Anyways, we should probably start building stuff so we don't run out of air.
Yeah, I was gonna say, running is almost as good as doing jumping jacks.
Except you don't get trained for it. Or you don't get training points. You don't learn anything.
Yeah. Well, because here's my thinking. If jumping jacks completely trains you in something, maybe running, like, trains you in the theoretical aspect of it. So, like, they theoretically know how to build a power station. They can't actually build a power station. You know?
But if you train someone in dynamite, they can... I'm not sure I follow.
Well, here's the way that I picture it. I picture it that theoretically they know how to do it, right? Like, their mind has the knowledge of how to do it. But then they, like, walk up to the dynamite, right?
Oh, but
they have
they're
all
not
the
physically
tools laid
capable.
out there. Exactly. They're just, like, standing there with their hands in front of the thing, but they, like, can't grab it and, like,
Solid rock.
can't do it. So, like, it's kind of funny if you imagine somebody just walking up to, like, a bunch of Lego bricks and being like, I know how to stack these together, but I can't Lego.
An energy crystal has been found.
But you know what you say that it reminds me of something, nothing to do with Lego Rock Raiders, but to do with video games. So the Oculus Rift, you're familiar with it, right?
Yes.
Okay, for those who aren't, Oculus Rift is this big VR headset thing that's sort of been a thing on the video game scene lately. Very advanced. And I know it's not released yet, but a lot of people made little demos and sort of mini games and stuff for it. There's something that someone has built that just blew my mind. Looks like it'll be amazing fun one day.
Okay.
But so the idea is it's a bomb disarming sort of game, right?
Solid
Uh-huh.
One person wears the Oculus Rift, and they can see the bomb in front of them. And the original way they did it was they had like the razor hand things. I forget what they're called. Basically, like motion controls, kind of like two Wiimotes in your hands.
Okay.
Now I think it just uses like an Xbox controller or whatever. But the idea was that one person is wearing the Oculus Rift, and has the bomb there to work with. Nobody else can see the bomb though. But they have like 10 pages or more of instructions on how to disarm different bombs based on different physical features and symbols and stuff on the bomb. So the person wearing the Rift has to try and describe the bomb, and then the quote-unquote remote bomb squad has to determine what kind of bomb it is and how to defuse it.
Solid rock.
Holy Mama
And they've
Luigi,
got,
that sounds amazing.
And they've got like 5 to 10 pages of instructions sitting in front of them that they have to go through. And of course the bomb's timed,
Of
They
course.
have limited amount of time to read through all these instructions before
Wow.
the person wearing the Rift blows up.
That sounds
just
really...
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. You know what that reminds me of also? Do you know those, like, I don't know if I'd call them, like, trust-building exercises, but where, like, one person is shown an object, and without saying the name of the object, they have to describe the object to the other person so that they can draw it? That's kind of like what I'm getting from this game. It's like that whole communication... There we go. It's a communication game.
Running out.
Basically.
So
and
basically,
also...
yeah, go ahead.
communication, race against the time, while also making sure you don't totally mess up and say, oh, the one with the star, you have to do this to the bomb, but then you find out, oh, if it has a star and a triangle or something like that.
So the conclusion that we're reaching is that company executives are going to use this game as a tool to foster communication within their employees. Now I'm just picturing...
Maybe this will be the game that tips the balance from video games cause violence to video games stop violence. Oh!
Can you imagine just like this giant conference room with a bunch of like 50 to 60-year-olds, males and females, dressed in like business suits with Oculus Rifts, and one of them being like, "No, I described the bomb to you. Disarm it correctly."
Oh man,
Increase priority level.
That is the future, my friend. I'm calling it now. That's
one can only hope.
Yeah, one can only hope. Wait, maybe that's gonna be, because since that's gonna be in the future, and that technically counts as our future, maybe that's gonna be our future. It's like the people that we know now at our age, 30 to 40 years down the line, dressed in suits with their gray hairs on the Oculus Rift, trying to learn how to disarm a bomb to foster communication. That is a
This
very...
should be, I mean, hey, if Minecraft can be used in schools, why not?
That's a very good point. We should find other interesting uses for other things. Let's see.
I don't think we'll ever find a use for Candy Crush Saga. Heyo!
Yeah, Candy Crush is bad for your health.
Except for what not to do with your life and your money. I'm going to talk how many hours I've spent playing Dota.
Although, speaking of games and mindlessly spending hours over, like, something that's not real, that reminds me of this really cool test that I saw this one time to, like, test people's creativity. What they did is they basically told them an object, right? So, for example, I don't know, I'd say something like a phone or a cardboard box or a wrench, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in 1 minute, they had to come up with as many different uses for that thing as possible in like that minute span. Surprisingly interesting to see the kind of things that people came up with.
I'll bet.
Because, you know, if you think about it, I mean, for example, like, I don't know, let's say that you have, like, an old video game, right, that you're not playing anymore, and you look at the CD, and you're like, wow, well, this thing I'm not using anymore, like, the CD's, like, I don't know, scratched or something, I can't use it anymore. But then, you find out that you can they can use it to make a reverse donut.
A reverse donut?
Yep, it's something that I just made up. Because normally... I'm sorry, I'm just gonna stop for a second.
Okay, so here's something about the Lego Rock Raiders that I've always found kind of strange. Okay, so you go and you drill walls and there's all kinds of ore and energy crystals and stuff lying around, right?
Right.
Why? I mean, it seems to me that the Rock Raiders look at all the ore that's lying on the ground and pick a random one to go after. And I don't understand that. Like, why not go for the closest ones first instead of, like, there's 4, 7, 10, 12. There's, like, over a dozen right here, but they're like, we need ore. Oh, I'm going to go way out here and grab this one.
Well, maybe it's like when they developed the game, they created a really advanced AI. Because remember how we talked about how, like, the developers are from the future and all that stuff?
Vaguely.
Well, if we didn't mention it, we're mentioning it now, and it's totally canon in our series. But since the developers are from the future, and they have futuristic technology, they embedded this futuristic self-sentient AI within the characters. And so that's why they don't pick the closest one to them. Because just like humans, they're attracted by different things. For example, they see a piece of ore that's shinier than the rest. Or they see a piece that's lighter than the others. And that's why they choose those ones.
I'm pretty sure the texture file for every single piece of ore is the same.
That's what they want you to think.
Ooh, it's sandwich time.
Sandwich!
Everyone's going to get a sandwich. I like how before the support station goes up, everyone can work tirelessly without eating for, just a really long time. But as soon as it's up, it's lunchtime. Over and over and over again.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of lunchtime, what kind of food do you think they serve in the Power Miners station? Like, do you think they have a Taco Bell that they can just walk up to?
Power Miners? As opposed to Lego
probably,
Rock Raiders?
right? I mean, sorry, yeah, Rock Raiders, that's what I meant.
Oh my gosh, you actually confused the two.
I know, I am ashamed. I'm going to
be.
go and eat 2 meals from Taco Bell to punish myself.
I don't know, looking at these sandwiches, it's obviously really white bread, and then what's in the middle? I can only guess they're cheese sandwiches. I've always kind of, my headcanon has always been cheese sandwich for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
That's interesting. So it's basically like a lamer version of Subway.
Maybe?
It's like, I guess, if that's what a sandwich entails. Speaking of restaurants, when we go to Brick Fair, we are going to order, because right across from Brick Fair, they have this place that has like a bunch of different food options. One of the places that they have there, and I think they still have it as of this time that we're speaking, is a Taco Bell Pizza Hut joint. When we get there, we are totally ordering the breadsticks because Pizza Hut breadsticks are the official Brick Fair food. Shout out to Sumiki, by the way, who coined that, and we've been joking about that back and forth.
I must have missed that. Someone's gonna get in our truck.
Yeah, I think it happened last year because I only started sending the obnoxious pictures of myself eating pizza sticks on Twitter like a year ago. But it's okay. We'll get as many breadsticks as we can and just have them right by the table. And then when kids walk up and they look at our bonkles and they want to look at them, we will be like, breadsticks! And they will run away in terror.
I would too.
Yeah, it's like, I would also do that. That's not just the kids. And it's like, oh.
I totally put this power path in the wrong spot.
I guess that you chose to go down the wrong path.
Oh! I chose poorly. More references.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's interesting how many references and like how wildly we can vary from reference to reference in these series, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of Siri, no, just kidding. that was a pun and a reference. Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
2 for 1.
I just pictured you going, oh, whoa, that's amazing.
2 Kahoo birds with 1 collie ball? Oh.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, speaking of collie balls, you remember the first Bionicle movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that even when I watched it, and I must have been about 8 or 9 when I watched it, that should tell you how young I am. God, I feel old, even though not really. But anyways, I digress. When I was watching the movie for the first time, even as an 8-year-old, there was one line that I still found utterly absurd, and still do to this day. Do you know what it was?
What was it?
It was the, you curly head, you could have been Makuta Bones.
Oh. Oh, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Bionicle movie. It showed us our characters for the first time on the big screen, which was amazing. But even then, there's some lines that you're just like,
I don't know, I mean, I didn't mind it too much, but then maybe it's just because it's been so long.
Yeah, speaking of which, I feel like I have to go back and watch all the movies again.
I know, right?
Because they were decent, you know, they were not great, but they were good.
I thought the third one was probably the best. Although, the thing that really annoyed me was, unless I'm mistaken something, wasn't it Legends of Metro Nui?
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, they're finding all their mass powers. Did they ever use their elemental powers?
Huh, that's a very good question. Well,
it was one of the movies was like that.
Well, quick question. Could Toa Matau, did he have to use his elemental powers to fly, or was it his blades that were...
That's something I've never been too clear on. I'm sure somebody out there knows the exact answer. I'm sure someone probably asked Greg Farsty or something like that.
Shout out to Greg Farsty.
Yes.
But in all seriousness, though, because, like, that's the only thing that I can think about. I mean, maybe something like, I guess, you know, Tamatoran naturally are more, I mean, can resist heat easier, so maybe, like, subconsciously Vakama as a Tamatoran didn't feel as sweaty so much while he was in the furnace, like, working on the discs. But otherwise, I can't really think of some way that... Or no, actually, wait, hold on. Oh, no, but I guess that would also be, like, Gamatoran. Because I was thinking of when Okama's swimming underwater and she finds the disc underwater. Like, she couldn't breathe underwater, but I'm guessing that they had, like, bigger lungs. Something like that, I think.
Really? You think they were breathing underwater? I could have sworn it was just they could hold their breath a really long time.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. That it's, like, naturally, like, Gamatoran have, like, you know, either bigger lungs or the ability
more
to, I don't know.
stamina or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, something like that. Shout out to science, by the way, and biology. But no, yeah, that's a good question. I don't think they ever used their elemental powers in that movie. Actually, I'll see the thing that... Oh, or actually, continue. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying sandwich.
Oh, yeah, sandwich! Speaking of sandwiches, you know what's even weirder in Legends of Metro Nui?
The way that Makuta looked like when he was supposed to look like Duma, and he took off the mask and just Makuta's face on this little body.
Yep, that was one of the weirdest things from the movie, I will admit. Another, well, actually, I don't know if this would be weird, but more like anger producing, is the fact that most of the characters only use their mask power, like, once.
I know,
like,
right?
I'm flashing back to when Nuju, Anawa, and Wanua discovered their mask powers. They, like, used them for only a second. Well, actually, no. Nuju used it to help Vakama up to fight the Makutazors. But, like, otherwise, it was just, like, the two of them, like, when, like, Anawa told Wanua not to attack him. And then, like, Wanua used it once when they were, like, under the tunnels. But even then, it wasn't clear that his mask was for night vision, because it looked more just like a cheap flashlight that was just shining
right?
in all directions.
Well, actually, it does actually project light.
Power pop.
Well, they should have made that clearer.
I was going to say, that is actually the way the masks work. It literally does project light. I think I might have even asked Greg Farshke about that once, and I blew something up too close to my upgrade station.
No! Why are you doing this, Takuma? All the things we've built together, like our friendship.
Oh my gosh, it only took a 7% damage hit.
Well, that's pretty good. Huh,
They're low on energy crystals, though.
Yeah.
Can't run the things without power.
But actually, that makes me think of something. So, how do they build things on that planet? Because the only tools that they have are the ore and the crystals, right?
Yeah. And that's, I mean, it's like they set up the barriers, they lay down so many pieces of ore and energy crystals, and then the building just sort of like gets teleported down from the LMS Explorer. Or at least that's the way it appears to happen. Which makes me question what the point is in... I mean, I can kind of get energy crystals. You need to be able to use power to run the building. You need to supply power to get it down. But what's the point of the ore, and what's the point of putting it on the ground arbitrarily?
Yeah.
What?
Although, actually... because I'm thinking about it now. Maybe they're magicians.
They just, like, ore, energy crystals, magic!
Yeah, maybe it's like a weird form of alchemy that we just don't understand. They're just like, oh, cool. Here's some ore, here's some crystals, take a little bit of snow. Oh, hey, a sandwich!
A sandwich?
Yeah, like that's how they get their food.
Really? Because it seems to me they always just pull it out of their, TARDIS pockets. They seem to have an infinite amount of sandwiches in these itty-bitty little painted-on pockets.
There you go, magic again. Their pockets are bigger on the... Wait a second, I figured it out. They're Time Lords.
Time Lords no alchemy?
Maybe they're... Oh, wait, oh my... Takuma, don't you get it? The 1999 creators of the Rock Raiders game knew about the 50th anniversary. Because this is just a weird version of Time Lords that have all, for some strange reason, regenerated into yellow figures with claw-like hands, all looking for a new planet to colonize after Gallifrey got frozen in time. Oh, spoiler alert.
It's a bit late for that now.
Shout out to the 50th anniversary. No, but seriously, though. Maybe that's what's going on. They're all just a little homesick. They're all people!
So, something that happened earlier while building the upgrade station specifically that kind of annoyed me is that... So you have this problem that mostly comes from having a transport truck. The transport truck's great. Carry a lot of things, move them around really fast. Good stuff. But when it tries to put stuff on a building spot, you get this problem where it can put down so much of like the ore energy crystals, it just dumps its whole load, however many it's carrying. It doesn't care about how many it's supposed to go there. If there's too much there, then the building won't come down because there's extra stuff there. But nobody will go and get it unless you go and tell them to go over there and get the extra pieces. Which drove me nuts because I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I was like, why is this building not building? I would cancel and tell it to rebuild and cancel it and tell it to rebuild so many times.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Takuma, you know computers, right?
Generally.
Okay.
Speaking.
In 1999, do you think that was just a programming issue that maybe, like, A wasn't that advanced or that maybe they were just lazy? Like, would you know the answer to that kind of ish?
Nope.
In that case,
I'm going into web design and development, not game design, unfortunately.
Don't worry, no reason to feel ashamed. As we have always explained on this site, we've always explained that when we don't know the answer to anything, we make up our own explanation. And because we're on the internet, we're always right,
Everyone will believe it's true. Yep, that is exactly it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Crud.
What happened?
I just realized. I think I'm trying to tell people to go train as geologists because that makes like a little radar thing show up on the map. I mean, there's a really big one coming from the station itself. But when they travel around, they can, detect nearby walls and caverns and stuff.
Yeah.
But nobody's doing it.
Oh, see, I thought that what you were going to say. I thought you were going along the lines of saying, I told them all to train to be geologists, but then they realized that wouldn't help with their 4-year college career in terms of a major, so they switched to French. And I was going to be like, why'd they switch to French? There's no reason to speak French on Planet Name X. That's like a potato.
Except it's Planet U.
Teleport.
Planet U, Planet Name X. Like
oh, that's right. It's Planet U, Planet Name... Planet U, Planet... Wait, no.
Planet U, Planet Name X.
Okay, Planet U, Planet Name X, that looks like a potato. There we go. And where people don't speak French.
But I'm thinking that
Geological Center.
The spot on the building where they need to train is probably somewhere along here where I've got other buildings, and maybe that's why they don't want to do them.
I could see that happening.
Which is terrible, if so. So, new tool store, which is free. Let's teleport out this one.
Upgrade building.
Yay! Bye-bye, teleport station. Or no, tool station.
Now will they train? No. I wonder if the teleport pad's in there.
It's like, now are you going to train? Nope. Ah!
Yeah, right. You nuts. Yep, now they start training.
It's like, oh, great.
That one spot they needed was blocked.
Oh, silly Rock Raiders. Being so silly with their ore and their sandwiches and their French.
Except now there's no power, so they can't train anymore.
Oh no! If there's no power, not only can't they train anymore, they don't have lights to study for their French final.
That sounds terrible.
I believe
Let's use dynamite.
I like that logic. We have a problem in front of us. Let's blow it up!
Actually, the geological center revealed there's a cavern here with energy crystal seams, since we seem to be having an energy problem.
We also seem to be having an oxygen problem, but I think they forgot about that.
Center.
Well, that's because
Support
the energy
station.
crystals weren't supporting the support. All of the support station needs support.
An energy crystal has been
Even the
found.
support needs the support.
Who is carrying dynamite? Bad Pun is...
Rock
I feel like
Raider.
Bad Pun is probably the... Well,
Rock
after
Raider.
Oh Snap, Bad Pun is probably the worst Rock Raider to be using dynamite.
Yeah, I could see. Do you think that, like, Bad Pun is just, like, the clumsiest out of all of them, and, like, whenever he gets close to, like, the dynamite shed in the tool station, all of the other Rock Raiders are like, NO!
Well, either that or maybe you. Or maybe Zatth.
That's true. I mean, I am clumsy, and I know that,
No, it's
you is
is
also...
clumsy.
No, I was talking about myself in that case. Cause
We don't have
then-
myself, we just have I and you.
That's a very good point. I is also clumsy. It's like, I bet half of the audience that are still here are just like, wait,
Solid
What?
rock.
dang it, and then they just go back and, like, try to rewatch it again, and then realize that it just doesn't make any sense.
Like most of the stuff we talk about. Woohoo! Oh, I realize why this thing isn't getting power. There's no connection to it anymore.
Well, we
An
did not
energy
foster
crystal
enough
has been
emotional
found.
connections. I feel sad.
The only emotion I've gotten... No, never mind.
The only emotion I've gotten is loss. Shout out to musicals.
Who is using dynamite now? Takuma.
Ah, well, that won't be that bad.
Let's send the evil blog master with the dynamite. That's a good idea.
Lol. It's like, let's give it to the evil blog master. Wait, hold on. No, yeah, it's totally okay. Ah,
I hate
spiders.
spiders.
I like how we were on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Solid rock.
Yeah, we were like, spiders,
Solid
bad.
Yes. It's basic logic.
Wow. I just read a poem, right? And it has to do with, like, not being able to
Solid
breathe
rock.
very well, and then I laughed because I was remembering this level that we're playing. Shout out
Oh.
to that poem I just read.
Okay, then.
It's like, alright, cool. You wanna make any more shout-outs? And then I'm like, yes, I will have 20 more shout-outs. And then you just mute.
We just fast-forward a clip of video.
Yeah, it's like, suddenly the
Oh,
audio...
snap. Someone
An
got
energy
hurt.
crystal has been found.
Ha! Oh, wait. I
You
thought
got
were-
hurt.
See, when you said "oh snap," I thought you were gonna talk about "oh snap," but then you said
Oh,
something
man.
about it. And then I was like, "Wait, do we have a guy called someone?"
Oh, I wish.
Okay, this is wait, is I wish? Okay,
I wishes that
Solid rock.
I wishes that he was a geologist. So where's I?
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing someone who's never seen any of our videos just walking in and listening to you say, what was it again? Was it, I wishes that...
I wishes that he was a geologist. So where is I? This is so far gone.
See, now I'm just picturing the caveman from the Geico commercial being like,
Or Ugg buys ugly houses.
okay, how do we get from spiders to the guy?
I don't know, but
I'm
Sokka's
done.
driving the transport truck now.
Pop culture reference.
So how many geologists do we have right now? Oh, quite a few. Look at all those pings going out.
You know what I am gonna say? And I feel like this is more a message to the audience than to us. Audience, if you want to live a long and fruitful life, either do a Let's Play series or find something where you get to laugh your butt off all the time. Because apparently, scientists have somehow proven that laughing adds to your life. And I just had a good laugh, like I don't think either of us has had in a long time. Am I right?
Yes.
So there you go. The best way to extend your life is... I don't even know by this point.
Chrome corruption.
That was
man.
funny. For us.
Now, if only we got paid to do this.
Yeah. Well, you know how do we do get paid? Knowing that we provided good or terrible content for our audience.
Solid rock.
And I
I don't
think
call
that's-
that getting paid. I call that intrinsic value.
Solid
Oh, you realist pessimist person.
I'm sorry. I had to
No.
write a paper on
Solid
motivation for psychology.
That see, I thought you were going somewhere with that. I thought that was gonna be like some bad joke. Like I had to write about motivation, but I couldn't get motivated.
I know, right? It's actually funny. I specifically had to write about motivations for attending college. Kind of in general and my own personal ones. It's actually kind of funny because out of all the papers I had to write for psychology, it was great because we got to pick the kind of paper we wanted to write.
Oh,
The teacher said, okay, here's a list of papers you can choose from. And he's like, okay, since most of you are probably going to wait till the last minute and realize, oh, all these other ones require you to actually do something first, you're probably going to go for this
Solid
one,
rock.
which is the only one you can really do at last moment, but everyone fails if they do it at last moment. So it's because it's the hardest one. I took one look at it, I was like, I'm going to do that one. A poor Toku is standing here doing nothing. Are the forums offline or something?
Oh, speaking of stuff, do you know what You just reminded me of speaking about college and stuff like that,
Solid rock.
and writing papers about topics that you like.
Solid
Do
rock.
tell.
So, for my first semester, we had obligatory to have we had to take this class that would basically teach us how to like research and do stuff like that, right? Sounds kind of like, right? The cool thing is, we basically, for the class, since it was a semester-long class that we had to take and learn about research, we got to choose what topic we wanted to write about. Kind of sucked, because no offense to my professor, I loved him to death, but he wasn't very creative with his ideas.
Solid.
So, like, one of my first ideas was writing about Doctor Who
Solid
and
rock.
why the Doctor, as a character, is psychologically
Hey, we found
so
the Rock Raiders.
interesting. Hey, Rock Raiders! It's so interesting for us. He didn't let me write about that, so I wrote about chronic illnesses and how they affect optimism and patience. But anyways, I had people who in other classes wrote about like Supernatural, Sherlock. This girl wrote about dragons and how they appear in different mythologies throughout like different cultures, and I was like, that's awesome.
You found
Okay,
all
let me
the
just
missing
interject this.
Rock Raiders.
The
Mission
dragons in
complete.
Skyrim are not dragons, they are wyverns.
Oh,
Wyvern? Okay, so I just gotta make a point of this, because this is actually sort of a pet peeve of mine.
no, go ahead.
Dragons have 4 legs and then wings. Wyverns, aka the things in Skyrim, have their front legs as their wings.
Did you see that, audience? You just got schooled, literally, by the evil blog master.
There will be a test at the end of this Let's Play series.
And if you fail worse than we will have failed and or succeeded at this mission according to the grade that we get, you gonna be sorry. You gonna be sorry, audience.
Anyways, please continue with whatever you were saying. You can
Oh,
probably
no.
figure out by now.
Oh no, I finished what I was saying. It's just
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the cool, but isn't it cool, like, right, to like write about whatever you want and like produce a paper out of it?
Yeah, being able to choose. I mean, in this case, what I was saying specifically about the psychology class is like there was a list of topics to choose from. We didn't get to pick whatever topic we wanted.
Yeah, but you
But we
still
had a
got to
choice.
pick from this. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we had a
if
choice.
you're gonna do something for school or for college, you might as well have fun, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
Alright, well, anyways, we once again got an F. Probably took too long, so I don't know. I don't understand all these scoring things necessarily, because I know, okay, we didn't have any monsters. This makes sense. Base size 0? What is that?
Yeah, that's not smart. You know what? I blame the potato again.
Here, I thought potatoes were good for you.
Yeah, well, that's what they all think. And then you arrive at a planet that looks like a giant potato, and you're like, what?
Anyways, that's all for this episode, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, guys!